To paint in the street publicly and write LISTER underneath it, I was probably around about 17. I started painting this specific thing, which was these traffic light boxes, and that was my real launch into it. But I'd always been tagging at skate parks, hanging out with graffiti kids, and I was always kind of like the character kid, the kid that could draw figures, and I've always drawn what's around me. I was encouraged to do that from a young age. When I'm building a show, I'll usually know what direction I want to go in one way or another. Whether it's subject matter, which is going to lead me to talk about a message that I want to talk about, or it's a stylistic new direction, or I just want to land something harder and better that I've landed before. I test myself in my books, I test myself on my paintings, and in the street, I just want to enjoy it, and I'm not out there on the street trying to really prove anything. Like, this is where I bring my work, this is my art, this is my craft. Out there, that's my hobby shit. Like, that's what I do for fun, and I enjoy it, and that's how I want it to stay. I painted a painting in my last show in Sydney, Australia, and a peer of mine said, "This is it," and I agreed, but I only agreed because I wasn't quite sure, but it felt right, and so I made 10 works that were of that vein, and from that I discovered the ballerinas, and then the ballerinas became the crux for the rest of the work to be created. So I almost throw out, a tester body, whether it's to decide the subject or the style, with one anchor, and then I roll, and I'm always mindful of serendipity and vibration. It's a rhythm. I have to be completely aware of the rhythm and try to create, a seamless experience which is significant for a viewer. Have paintings that lead to other paintings and communicate with other works in the room, both subtly, aesthetically, conceptually. There has to be balance. The masterpiece for the show is of a girl at a strip club dancing around a pole and a bunch of guys looking at her. It's the only piece that suggests that the ballerinas in any way are connected to strippers, but I think that's all that this show needs. I want to make decisions based on the realization that would I make the same decision as an 80-year-old man reflecting on it, okay? So that's when you decide it's not going to be a big deal to get arrested right now. It's not going to be a big deal to, run down the street naked. It waters down things when you consider yourself being an 80-year-old man reflecting on something. With the principle, you're only as smart as your last decision and you're only as good as your last production, I try to be the best I can. And doing such, with the weight of art history and the, on the shoulders of the giants that just echo so loudly, like Egon Schiele and Van Gogh and Degas and Turner and Da Vinci and Bacon and Rauschenberg and the Chapman brothers. And I'm not even certain what my role is. Maybe it is to just slow the world down and have a look at some things and die doing it. I just don't know. I just want to deal with real life, okay? And it's hard to exist after John Lennon, but what do? Make paintings.